explain when life doesn't go the way you wish? Or maybe, how do you all explain when you may not able to control the events which happens to you? Whenever life knocks you down, you only have two choices. Stay down or get up with hope. 50 to 60% of people in this world without having hope deep inside their heart could not even live a life of peace. Emily Dickinson beautifully said, "Hope is the thing with feathers." That hope perches on the soul of a person and keeps driving the person in all adversities. Yes, it takes you through the toughest seas, unfair situation, and unpredictable circumstances. Hope allows you keep going down to different roads, see things differently, and make things to lead a life perfectly. I know it's very hard to keep up with our inner faith in the most critical times, but those who never leave hope actually make it till the end. I was born as a sick child who was tagged at the end of the life's rope. My parents were stressed and had sleepless nights worrying about my future, which was unclear, with a single silver ray of hope that we wouldn't part. But life is always filled with uncertainties. When I was 7 years old, I was hospitalized due to breathlessness with an acute infection in my kidneys. I was asked to undergo dialysis to deal with the emergency. Dialysis is a process of draining out toxins, water, and solute from a body whose kidneys are not functioning properly. Dialysis had to be performed for 5 days continuously, and then at a frequency of once in 2 days for another week. The doctors told my parents to see me for one last time before the treatment. The sight of my parents being helpless was the worst nightmare of my life. At that moment, the thought kept running in my mind was, how am I going to overcome this condition? Because the situation was different. My body didn't support me anymore. The after effects of treatments and the after effects of treatments and the medication took a toll over me. Days of my lives in hospital were dreadful, but the doctors assured me that I would be able to surpass the critical period and get better with the ongoing treatment. I was in a condition where I could not talk, walk, or even eat after and during the dialysis. This made me feel isolated, low in self confidence and optimism. Fear of comparison and failure struck me. It made me want to give up and think that I could not do it anymore. Lying in bed, I was thinking that whether is this how my life routine is going to be? Or is this how I'm going to survive my whole life? What next? How am I going to move forward? Am I going to be sidelined as a sick child forever? Or am I going to lay a unique path for myself, holding firmly onto my second chance of life? Being diagnosed as a child having autosomal recessive polycystic kidney disease, I have always been under medical assistance. People around me go by facts to know more about my medical condition better, and internet always gives some, right? The fact from NHS UK states that ARPKD is a severe condition where 1 in 3 babies die from the first 4 weeks of their birth. About 9 out of 10 babies who survive the first month of their birth will live until they're 5 years old. But there are very few children who make it to the adulthood with proper treatment plan and diet plan. The grey wedge is where I stand. Though we can surmount the critical period with medical aid, children who are affected with ARPKD have breathing difficulties, kidney failure, liver problem, high blood pressure, and growth failure. We are refrained from physical activities, sports, and vacations. We face academic setbacks due to frequent hospital visits, facing concentration problems due to fatigue and excess intake of medicine. This leads us to be isolated from social activities which affects our normal life. Though I have made it to the very few category, my journey doesn't stop here. By facing our challenges and overcoming them, we grow smarter, wiser, and more compassionate. Yes, I found hope inside me. It let me stand here in front of you to ignite the tiny spark of hope within each one of you. Give a thought to it, because in this world, nearly 50% of people are survivors with different medical condition. It can be physical or mental. 68% of cancer survivors are people with hope. 56% of diabetic patients who battle with it are people with hope. Trust me, hope is the only driving factor which propels people. It has enabled people like Sonali Bindre, a famous actress and a cancer survivor, Komal Kumbalkar, a rare disease fighter who became a researcher in the hospital she was cured, and many more. They overcame the challenges to move forward with their lives. I would like to ask a question to you all. Raise your hand if there was a moment in your life where you thought, why my life is so difficult and stressful? Why am I the only one who's suffering? Why me? Kindly look around. We are not alone. Yes, the path of life has twists and turns, but facing the path with hope takes us to the right destination. Without hope, I do not think we would be able to do anything at all, because it would make us feel give up without even trying it. Don't wait for a perfect life. Take the life with hope and make it perfect. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. Thank you.